Morning, friends. It's Nancy. I finished my Adams journal, and I just thought I'd film a little flip through. I tried something a little different. Instead of adhering this to the journal, I've just kind of wrapped the journal in this doily, and I put the knot over here because if it's sitting on the shelf, I think it's going to look kind of pretty with the vintage. Oh my goodness. Seam binding. Oh goodness. So I've got a little charm on here. This is actually a Tim Holtz charm that I got some time ago. And this is kind of an unusual color of seam binding. I wouldn't even know how to describe it. It's kind of a pinky brown, I don't know. But when you take the doily off, it really matches nicely. So as I explained before, I intended this journal to be mostly for the purposes of journaling. It's got a 1-inch spine. It's got 5 signatures. It's a hollow back, hidden spine. A little bit of cheesecloth here in the header. So let's take a quick look. So the first thing I want to show you here is I did use the inside pages of the book, the fly leaf with this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous floral neutral flower print. It's just beautiful. And I had more success in the back cover than I did in the front cover with hiding the seam. So here, looking at that, you can barely see where I have glued this paper over the fabric. So I had much better luck with the back than I did the front. So the front, I just went crazy with embellishing. So I made this little collage. It's got some ancient buttons with these paper flowers. And this book plate, it was cut from an old Reader's Digest. And the front page is from a vintage ledger that I got at an estate sale in Buffalo a couple weeks ago. And I've just tucked a little tag in here. The book itself was published in Germany in 1896. And when I turn the page, I've made this little envelope pocket, and inside is what was the inscription. So it says W.P. Gamble Applied Science, 1899, McGill College, Montreal. And so I've used a business envelope that's tea-dyed and just pop that in there. I've used magazine paper from a magazine from 1925 called The Greg Writer. It's really good condition, and I think the shorthand exercises are a really interesting decoration. This is from a record book, also vintage. It's nicely aged, and I love that the pages are numbered. I got this at an estate sale. It's kind of got a green color to it. This is tea-dyed ledger paper, and then this is plain green ledger paper that goes the opposite direction. So this one's laid horizontally, this one's vertical. It too has page numbers on it. And just for something to spice things up, I've added this pink. Again, matches the colors of the book. Piece of ephemera. This is a tax bill from 1966. And this is a page from a 1950s bookkeeping textbook. And just get through all these pages. The back of the envelope is sewn into the signature with this index card, which is tea-dyed. And I've just added, I meant to have a tag handy so I could show you where all the tuck spots are. Let me grab a tag. Sorry about that. So you can tuck a little something under there just to hold it. So this is a little collage I made. Next signature, again, is ledger paper, the magazine, and the record paper. And here I have a tea-dyed check register that Catherine from Sunnyside Journal sent me. And here I've got another collage. This is on a policy envelope that I got at the thrift store a couple weeks ago. So you can tuck something in there. This is glued down, it's not tuck spot. And ledger paper, textbook paper. Here is a little booklet that's made from the end of the policy envelope. So I've put another little collage there. Inside is some pages that you can journal on, and here this is a little envelope with some vintage, it's Queen Victoria actually, but they're Canadian stamps. And this little vintage envelope that came from Miss Stone Home. She sent me a bunch of these tiny little aged envelopes. And here's a little tag. Again, it has some actual ephemera. This came from the 1925 magazine, and this is a halfpenny stamp. There's a little pocket I made, so it's got lots of collage on it, lots of stitching. Made this little flower. And here's a card that has an old American stamp on it. And inside here is another journal card that's made out of an index card. I got these at an auction last winter, I think. So that could be popped there. And I love the staining on the edge of this page. Then we have the third signature. I've used a an index card. You know what I mean. And I've got a couple of tags in here. So this one I made with a image from one of the magazines, the Greg Writer magazines, and then I've made these two other tags to match. And I just like how they look all layered up like that. I think it's really pretty. And this has got a little vintage stamp from the Netherlands, and some just layered up graph paper and craft paper and things like that. Here's another piece of paper that Catherine sent me. This is sort of a greeny blue lined paper that's beautifully tea-dyed. Thank you, Catherine. Ledger. This is a receipt or an invoice from a book company, and this is a textbook. And this is another little tuck spot that I've put there, and just to stick in here, I've got this little envelope that's beautiful. What's the color? Sort of a mustard yellow. And then I have this index card as well that has lines. This has got a signature from a book, some index, all kinds of different things in there. So I just stuck those in there. And fourth signature, again, very similar. This has a guest check, a little collage there, a tag, and a tea card from the 60s. I could tuck in there. And this is another index. I don't know why I can't think of the word. Divider. Here we go. Oh, goodness. This multiplication table came from a very old jotter tablet school composition book probably from the 30s, and I've just cut that out and adhered it to the flip on this ledger paper. And this is just a little piece of tea-dyed paper that I've stuck in there and added this little copper paper clip. Here's some more ephemera. This is from packaging on refill paper for binders. It's very old, and again, a textbook. And here I have made this little file folder. It has a flip, I think these are called photo turns? I'm not sure. But this does open up, and it's lined with tea-dyed lined paper. And then it can also be used as a pocket. And then close it up and turn the little metal photo turn thingy. So I've made this little collage. It includes, this is a label from a cigar box. This is a label from a cigar. Some kind of different things there. And in the last signature, just want to make sure that I'm continuing to be in frame here. More shorthand paper. This little flip here, this is a postage stamp and on some scrapbook paper that I had handy, and it flips open. Inside is a little pocket, and I've cut this letter from a book and I've stitched it onto paper so you can write on there. And this is also a tuck spot behind this little envelope, which can also operate as a tuck spot. And then finally, whoops. Oh, I guess I tucked that all down. I thought I'd left that open. Ah, I had meant to leave this open for a tuck spot, but this is the tuck spot we have. An invoice, textbook, ledger, and record book. And that's the final. So if this is something that you're interested in purchasing, it is listed on my Etsy. Again, this doily is not adhered. It can come off, or if you are really interested in keeping it, you can glue it on. Trying to figure out which way to go with the ribbon so that the journey shows. I do have a couple of other journals that are on my Etsy shop right now. If you're interested in purchasing, go have a look. And oh goodness, my mind is failing me. Something else I'm going to be working on today. What did I do with it? Oh, here it is. So I had got this package of book labels, book plates a long time ago, probably 10 or 12 years ago. And they kind of came in this cute little envelope, and it has Velcro to close it. And I thought, oh, that's kind of cute. I wonder if I can take that apart and use it as a template to make other envelopes. So I gotta see what I can do about that. If I can figure out how to make one, I will come back and do another little video. Yeah, I bet you I've had this 10 or 12 years. I've still got a few of those book plates left. All right, thanks so much for watching, and we will talk to you soon.